It's Friday and we are live. Time to rock and roll, my people. Shantae. Hey, Shantae. I need to talk to you too. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. All right. Laura, all the way from Pennsylvania. Don't start tripping. The great Ann Allen Westbrook. Good to see you. Sabrina, hello. Good to see Janet. Thank you so much for joining us, Janet. Gwen, good evening. We are so happy to see you with us on this Friday. Where else? Let's see. It's Friday, y'all. We made it another week, so I'm grateful for that. Let's see. Sharon is on from Midway, Georgia. Toya, thank you so much for joining us, Toya. Let's see. Toya is on. Lenora is on. Good to see you, Snowy. Gloria, good evening to you. Audrey, good evening to you. Lita, good to see Lita. I get to see her a lot now, so I'm happy about that. Pamela, hello for you. And Sabrina, I have not checked my messages yet, but I will. Good to see the awesome Glenda Jones on as well. Always has my back. Always. Even when I'm not looking, she has my back. Thank you, Glenda. Laura, I love you too. Good to see you as well. Andrea is on with us. Hello. Judy, I had a chance to hang out with Judy and Andrea and Deidre last week at the Crystal Beer Parlor. It was a great time. Thank you so much for joining us. I missed a bunch of people just now. Jacqueline, good to see you. Barbara Kaufman is on. Janine is on. Terry is on. E. Joyce Paris is on. Georgette, thank you for joining us. Cynthia Elaine Jenkins, the Mayor Pro Tem of Noonan, Georgia, is on with us. Henrietta, hello. Crystal Creations, good evening to you. Camila, hello. Happy Friday to you. Nicole, I got your message. I know it's your date night and it's our date night, so you and Rico better work that out. After y'all have the date night with me, then y'all can do what y'all want to do. Hey, Joy, thank you for joining us. Joanne, thank you so much. See, Nicole is here, and I did see that. Michelle, thank you for joining us as well. Dana, hello. Sadie, hello. Thank you for joining us as well. Dana, thank you so much. Selma, good evening to you. Marianne, good to see you. Jacqueline is on. Thank you for praying for me. Teresa is on. Good to see Barbara Dolores. I'm doing fine, Latasha. How are you? April Kelly, good to see you. Gloria, thank you so much. Georgia, hello. Carrie Early, thank you. Good to see Alan Waters on. Good hanging out with you this week. Great food. I'm doing well, Sister LaWanda Tillman. Thank you so much for joining me. Gloria is on, and I will check Sabrina. Royce is on with us. Always, Queen herself, Laurie Jones Lewis, is on, and so we just bow when she enters into the room. Good to see Monica Bird. Monica, what's up with my hat? Now, Marissa has not been on since, what's up with the hat? We need a report tonight on that hat. Renee, good to see you. Patricia Rest is on. Laura is on. Barry is on. Judy Nixon is on. Johnson, thank you. Michelle from Toombs County is on with us. Good to see you as well. Doctor is on. Good to see you. And good to see Elder Erica, which means that Pastor Candace is on. And my sweetheart, Maya. Hey, Maya. Me and you supposed to be doing ice cream, Maya. When we going to have some ice cream? Unless you're going to make me some ice cream. So I want to say hey to Maya. Sierra is on, who has not called me back about that issue. Call me back. Sharon is on with us. Sabrina is on. Jacqueline is watching. Good to see the awesome Sarah Stevens from Midway, Georgia. Beverly Copeland is on. Crystal Kaufman is on. So we have both Kaufman's on right now, so we're good about that. Joy, thank you for joining us. Kathleen, good to see you. I appreciate that. Thank you for noticing. I'm trying. Miss Flo, thank you for joining us. Debbie, I am here. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Pastor Tillman. Greetings and salutations to you, sir. Sherelle, thank you for joining us. Hey, Sister Albernia Jackson, thank you so much, and thank you for praying for me. Ivania, thank you so much for joining us. Monica says to call her. She's taking a Facebook break because she knows I want my hat. Tell her to call me. She promised me the hat. I want my hat. Don't make me come around there. Paulette, hello. Good to see Deborah Carter Davis on as well. And Laura says I'm blowing up her speakers. That's because I have a new microphone. Good to see Aldrina on as well. Brother Keith, good to see you as well. Andrea Ware is on with us. So we had a great time. Sharon, I am doing well. Denise, hello. Jacqueline, hey Jacqueline as well. Again, I'm sorry. I got the voice. I got new speakers though. I'm trying new speakers today. I mean, a new microphone today. So turn it down. Just turn it down. Just turn it down or put me in stereo. Anthony, thank you for joining us. Solomon, thank you for joining us as well. I don't know where Debbie Williams Walker is, but you know how she get if we don't call her name. Frederica, thank you for joining us. Sarah Burns, good evening to you as well. And yes, Judy, yes, they treated us real well at the Crystal Beer Parlor. I think that's going to be the location of our Friday night live in person. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Joycette, turn it down. You just take the volume and you just turn it down. That's what you turn it down. Just turn it down. I mean, I sound fine to me. But anyway. So we're glad all of you are on here with us. We appreciate that as well. Sheila is on with us. Lucille is on with us. Audrey is on with us. And Dana says it's static sounding though, so I don't know what that's all about. We'll see. And Cynthia is on with us. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you with us. Casey says, hello, my pastor. I'm not your pastor. I don't know who your pastor. Oh, your mayor. I'm your mayor, Casey. I'm not your pastor. I'm not a pastor. But I'm glad to see you. And whoa, Deidre Rice is on, y'all. Deidre Rice is a first time with us. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Linda, hello. Good to see you. Selma says she can hear me. Laura says it's much better. Laura says your volume is down to 6%. Maybe because I'm just happy to be here. Rose, thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you here with us. Elaine is on as well. And Ms. Toya says she hears me loud and clear and I sound good. So, Laura, get your stuff checked. So, I know, Andrea, I know Deidre is on. Lucretia, good to see you. Miss Angie Brown, hey, good to see you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, Deidre is on. We're going to talk about that. All right, good to see my cousin, Perry Mines. Thank you, my cousin Perry Mines. Good to see my brother as well. And I said I got the Brooklyn Loud. Good evening. Audrey is on, and I just love Sharon Wanda Akins. My cousin, but she's been going hard. I mean, when people tell you, say, look, I don't know who Sharon is, but Sharon has been spitting truth. Sharon, thank you so much. Maddie is on with us as well. Good to see you, Patricia. Again, good evening, and may God bless you also with a good week. Vanessa Taylor is on with us. Glad to have her, as always, with us today. Arnita is on. Good to see you. Love to you. Elder Flossie is on. Always happy to have Elder Flossie on with us. Thank you for joining us. And so, Lucretia, I love you too. Thank you. Cynthia Kennedy is on. Yuresh Patel, good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that. Appreciate you being with us. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started in a moment. Sandra is checking in. Good to see you. Pastor Thomas Hart, the Queen, is there as well. Good to see you, ma'am. Sandra is on with us. Ivy Fair is snuck on from D.C. Glad to see you. She's a real scientist. Arlene Hall is on. Thank you, Arlene, for joining us. Thank you so much. And let's see. I'm checking a couple of screens, and we're going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. Glad to have you all. Sarita is on with us. Marsha, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Glad to see you, Marsha Scott. So, ladies and gentlemen, if it's Friday in Savannah, it's Friday in Savannah on a beautiful night. After all that rain, Janice, good evening to you. If it's Friday after a rainy week and you have nowhere that you have to be, absolutely have to be, then you are here with me. It is Friday. Yes, Friday night, date night. We are so glad to have you here with us. We do this every Friday, and guess what? This is 79 weeks. Good to see Moselle from St. Helena Island. Good to see Janice Frazier. Al, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Ivy, I've been told you should move back, but no, you want to be in D.C., so I'm sorry. But it has been 79 weeks, 554 days that we have been getting together since March of 2020, every Friday. Good to see you, Leslie. Hey, every Friday for 79 weeks, we have been getting together through this pandemic. We've gotten through it together. 79 weeks, 554 days. You and me on holidays, in good weather and bad weather, when it was cold, when it was hot, when there was very high pandemic numbers, when the numbers were low. We have been getting together. This is a relationship. 554 days, we together. Shauna, thank you for joining us. Barbara Foster, thank you for joining us. 79 weeks. We can't stop. We be trying to stop. We can't stop. We just can't. We've been doing this. And it feels good. Because, and Dana always says in her longest relationship, because if we got to another Friday, that meant that we survived 7 whole days. Nakia, good evening to you. That means we've survived 7 whole days. That meant that we made it another week's journey. And we are grateful for that. Sharon says, pray for children in the hospital. 3 kids. We love you, Sharon, and we hope your kids are doing well. We are in a relationship. We are in a situationship. We are in an entanglement. We are booed up. We are together. We won't stop. We can't stop, y'all. I mean, we just made it. And so you think about it. Last week, this time in Savannah, we have Sharon on. Thank you so much. It was raining. It was storming. Our ground was saturated. It was flooding all over the place. And now we have beautiful weather in just 7 days. And so I'm just telling you that trouble don't last always. But you've got to hold out. You've got to hang in there. Because after the rain comes the sun. And so although you might be going through hell right now, it might be a rainy day in your life, it might be storming, it might be torrential floods, it's all of those things. But if you hang on in there, in just a few days, you have beautiful weather. Your sun in your life will shine again. Somebody needs to hear that. So if you're in a rainy place in your life, if you're in a stormy place in your life, I just want you to know, hang in there. Things will get better. They'll get better. All right? We're here. And so we could just get to our Friday. We can make things happen. So I'm just I'm just saying, let's just get to another Friday. Jacqueline, thank you for joining us. Patricia Rest is on. Good to see you. So let's just hold on and not give up. And I know sometimes that seems very difficult. Sometimes that seems very hard because you know what? Rain is a rough thing, y'all. You know, because rain sometimes causes floods in our lives. It causes situations where we can't get to where we need to be. Good to see you, Teresa Baker. Good. Keith Kimball is on. Thank you, sir. And Monica is on from the ATL. You can always move back. Cynthia Sampson has joined us. She's late, but we're glad you're with us. Asia, good to see you. Thank you so much. Glad to have my favorite short person with us as well. So come on, we want you to hold on. So there are some excuses tonight. I am excusing Brenda Jackson Brown. Brenda, it was her birthday this week, and so they're giving her right now a surprise birthday party. She didn't know anything about it. Good to see you, Lisa. And so Brenda and a bunch of her friends, a lot of them are really, really, really faithful Friday night folks. I want you to know, Ms. Toya, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll get to that in a minute. But you know, all of them are celebrating Brenda, and it's her birthday, and so we wanted to celebrate that. So I went by there. Good to see you, Barbara. But I told them I had to get over there. Good to see Queen from Garden City. I had to get to my date night. So Brenda excused me from her party, and I'm excusing her and all of the Savannah girlfriends from date night. They're all excused tonight, so you can let them know, you know, we appreciate them. They are having a great event, and to Brenda, we love you. So that being said, the preliminaries out of the way. It is now Libra season, the best season of all the Libras in the world. Stand up. It is our time. We will show everybody exactly how to do this. So I want to excuse all the Savannah girlfriends. So as we do every week, we want you to do two things. We want you to like this page. We are working hard to get to 30,000 likes. So please, if you have not liked the page already, please go ahead and like the page. Tracy's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tracy. Everybody, let's wish Tracy a happy birthday. We're going to be praying for Sharon Breland and her children. So we want to make sure we do that. We're also keeping our girl Tara in our prayers. And as you know, the way we say it, we say Tara strong. So we're sending out love for Tara today. So again, we want you to like the page. Like the page, help us get to 30,000. And then we want you to share today's video. It might help somebody. But we're not selfish in our date night. See all these great people. See, Keith's mom is a Libra. Selma is a Libra. Patricia is a Libra. See all these great people. See now, Katina Pollen got it right, y'all. And so y'all, come on, let's make sure we're representing the right way. And y'all know what that means. The three greens and the one for us. I'll show you how we do it. Thank you for our girl Tara. We just sending out love, and we'll continue to send out love and encouragement and well wishes to her. We know she is Tara strong, so we love our girl, and we just want her to know that we are thinking about her and praying for her as well. So I'm just putting. Let me see. I'm trying to get that together. Let me get it right. I'm trying to get it right myself. All right, let me get it right. It takes a minute sometimes, y'all. But if you want to see it, of course, Katina Paula got it right. So we're sending out love to our girl Tara. So please go ahead and send out Tara love. Let Tara know we're thinking about her. We are praying for her as she goes through this journey. And we want her to know that she is not alone. She has a bunch of people thinking about her, a lot of people praying for her. And so I appreciate all of you doing that. We know that prayer works, and we know that well wishes work, and so that's why we appreciate you and all that you all are doing to keep our girl encouraged as she goes through this rainy season in her life. And we want her to hang in there because we know that after the rain, the sun does shine. And many of us are witnesses to that. And so we want to make sure that we keep her lifted up. And I'm having a problem finding it myself right now. So I'm trying to get that together right now. So sending out love to our girl Tara. I'm looking. Sometimes my bright ideas. Oh, there it is. Okay. So that's how sending out love for our girl Tara. All right. So a little bit to talk about tonight, and then we will make sure that thank you all, thank you all, thank you all, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, all of y'all sending out this great love to our girl Tara. So thank you very much. Al, let's talk about the 49ers, and we're not talking about the 49ers today, Al. We're just not doing it right now. But thank you all so much. Oh, but you're right. I should put on my glasses. Thank you. Appreciate that. Teresa, thank you so much as well. Today, this morning, I was in a meeting and got called and to a shooting incident over in Savannah Gardens. And he's a young man that was shot. At this point, we know that he is critically ill, life-threatening injuries. And we know that he was a young man. It's absolutely unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know what we we can't be. I mean, we're horrified when this happens, but then we're not angered enough as a community to do some of the things that we need to do to have it stop. And so, I mean, I'm not trying to blame anybody. I mean, I'm just saying that if this is the result, it's bad for everybody. It just is. And I know that people expect me to, and somebody told me that I needed to be out to stop people from shooting each other. And I'm just telling you, I'm not that guy. I can't stop people from making bad decisions. I could try to do what we can to help put people in positions to do better, but I mean, how do you stop people making bad decisions? I mean, that's what I'm challenged with, because at the end of the day, it's a decision that somebody has made in terms of how to deal with conflict. And so if you have a bad decision and you have a gun, you have a tragic situation. I reject people who say that because you're poor that you commit crime. People have been poor through generations, and I come from families that did not have the most. in some cases, sometimes had the lease. But we didn't go out and commit crime. And so that's an excuse, because if that's the case, then it would be poor people, killing everybody and nobody else would happen. So, for us, Barbara, I'm not really sure. We have not released that information about how old the young man was. I'm really not able to really release that. They're trying to still piece together what happened. And so we're offering conflict resolutions. We're doing that. We're trying to do the best we can. But I was out there and I'm talking to people saying that, it's a shame, and it is a shame. Question is, what do we do about it? And Keith, I agree with you. I mean, violence is a spiritual. It's spiritual and it's public health. We have to get to that. Barbara, who's Pootie's mom, Barbara knows what that is all about. People like Barbara, people like Linda Wilder Bryan, people like Leroy and Olga Williams, that knows what it feels like to lose a child. I don't know. I know that we have to pray and work. So you pray things get together, but we have to work to try to see how we do it. Now, some of that, and again, we have sometimes we have parents that know sometimes that their young people are engaged in some foul stuff. And I'm not saying that it was. I do know that the person was not 15 years old. So just so that y'all know that. And y'all be careful about the whole Facebook reporter thing, because I was out there, and I mean, shoot, man, I was out there and people had the Facebook Live going. You thought it was CNN. Sarah, thanks for joining us. Anita, I think it could be also environmental. But I mean, yeah, folks out there, they were correspondents and stuff. Now, mind you, I was out there. Angel, thank you for joining us. I was out there, and I knew from what the police knew at that point, Teresa, is a correlation between poverty, illiteracy, and crime, but that's not absolute. I think that's a causal relationship, but it's not an absolute relationship. Because if that's the case, people that are poor, people that are illiterate, will be committing crime. If that's the case, I don't think any of us were really born with silver spoons in our mouth. We weren't going around shooting each other either. So we have to really think about that. Tia, thanks for joining us. Frankie, good to see you. Kevin, I appreciate you as well. Good to see you, Buck. Angel is on with us. So I mean, we struggle with it. And I'm glad that Julia Carter is on with us. So we have the Carters on. It's a nationwide problem. Kimberly, thank you for joining us from the Divine Favor Show. It's a community-wide problem, and I think that there are a variety of causes, and I think there are a variety of solutions. All I know is, for me, and I could only, Antoinette, thank you for joining us. I know for Van and Cynthia's house, there were just some things I could not do. And and I don't know. I thought I was, when I was growing up, I thought I was in Shawshank Redemption, because I just felt like, I don't know. Hey, Mary, thanks for joining us. Audrey, hello. I thought I was in the Shawshank Redemption or any of those prison shows, because, I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I just couldn't do anything. I mean, now again, if I was their age now, I'll probably no. I mean, Teresa. No, Teresa. I mean, I don't. Teresa, I don't disagree with you. Again, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I think that I think we're on this. I think we're saying the same thing, just in different ways. So no, we're fine. Tabitha, I've been looking for you. Where you been? But anyway, so we just. I refuse to think that there's nothing we can do. I refuse to think that. I mean, I wouldn't be in this business if I didn't think we could do something. We just got to figure out, what do we do? Iron Bull says when he grew up, he felt like he was in a boot camp. I'm serious. I mean, it was rough. And Sheila says her mom did not spare the rod. We as a community, we really have to put, our arms around folks. Good to see Candy Wall on. Candy Girl. Good to see my good friend Jeanette. Thank you for joining us. But the word of community, common, unity. Kevin, I appreciate you, and of course we need you. We just got to figure out how to get involved. I mean, people would often say, we need more policing. I mean, no. I mean, we just got to, as a community, our younger people. And some of our older people, we just have to have a zero tolerance for anything that is criminal. Now, that being said, good to see Savannah Dimes. Savannah Dimes, you got to tell me, are you a real person, or you got to tell me what the deal is about you? I want to talk with Savannah Dimes. Cynthia Jenkins, you're going to stop lying on Mother Jenkins. You're going to stop lying on that sweet Christian woman. I'm just saying. But I'll tell you this. I bet you, if I was growing up, though, I mean, the funny part about that is, they probably would have my phone so locked down. I mean, if I had social media, they would know. They would know what was going on with that. So, I mean, we don't. We do what we can. We do it to the length of our extremities. We help to strengthen parents and grandparents and aunties, uncles. We get to strengthen citizens who want to help. We have to create opportunities. We have some opportunities, and we're working hard to create a way that people know, not only things to do, but the resources that are already available, that are already out there. And then we surround our community with love, and we show and surround our community with caring. Hey, y'all haven't started sharing the video. Why haven't y'all shared the video? I only have like 15 shares. I thought y'all were going to share it for me. Come on, we need you to share the video. Can y'all share the video for me? Can you do that? I want you to go ahead and share the video for us. Please, I would appreciate it. Thank you. If you have not shared it already. So Wanda says, we grew up in the late 70s. These children are different because of social media. Well, I mean, and it's probably true. I think when I was coming up, I mean, Richard Pryor was like the worst thing happening. Richard Pryor, Mom's Mabley, Pig Meat Markham, and we would sneak and listen to those records, and that's what we snuck. And so the other thing was interesting was we had this thing that came out. It was a predecessor to HBO. It was called WHT. Regina, thank you so much. It's good to see you as well. But we had this thing called WHT, and WHT showed adult movies, not like adult movies, but it was like HBO before HBO happened. Jerry, thanks for joining us. And the WHT was a box, so cable TV was a box. That's right, Joyce said Red Fox 2. And you had the box, and it had a key on it, and you would lock it, and so therefore, unless you could unlock the box, you couldn't watch the content on the TV. And so my parents, being slick, or think they being slick, I knew where they hid the key, and so I found the key. Don't tell them because I might get on punishment for that now. But I found the key where the WHT was. But anyway, we have to make sure that we are controlling the environments. Then we have to make sure that we're also acting appropriately and making sure that we are creating opportunities where young people are at. We have to keep. See, Wanda, it must have been. It must have been. WHC might have been in New York. David's having a free community event October the 3rd from 2 to 6. Send that to me, David, and I will post it. Now, Ms. Toya, you were asking about stuff for COVID relief. I mean, we have spent several thousands of dollars, millions of dollars at this point. I think 3.1 was the first to help people with COVID relief. The county has been doing that as well. We've done that through United Way. You have to be eligible for it in a variety of ways. Kelvin, I'm going to hook you up, man. Kevin, I'm going to hook you up. So email me your contact information. So, Aldrina, you know what? There are parents, and this is maybe not a bad thing, parents, is that, you can control through parental controls the access your children have on your Wi-Fi. So Kevin wants to know, why has the city not stopped Lake Mare with fish? Kelvin, the easy answer is because Lake Mare is not in the city. It is not a city park. That's why the city has not stocked Lake Mare. That's a county park, so you have to contact Chatham County. So that was easy. Good to see Terry Mobley has joined us. So maybe we need to look at using these parental controls on, at a certain time when you go to sleep, maybe Wi-Fi should be shut down for your kids. Shut it down. You can shut it down. You can restrict what they see. And then I told y'all about this program, which I've liked. I've liked this a lot. Was it's called Life 360, and so I've enjoyed that because you have a chance to lock your kids in and know where they are and what they're doing, and so it gives you a map of where people are, and so if you look, I have my folks in New York are on it, so it's showing me in Savannah, and it's showing the folks in New York, so that's why we're so far away. But anyway, that's called Life 360. It's a good app. It helps you know where your children are at all times. Don't use it on your spouse, but you can use it as a family. So it's called Life 360. It is on for Droids and for Apple. So we want you to be able to do that. So want you to do that. So anyway, moving on. So talk a little bit about COVID. Let me go back. L. Griffin Kennedy is asking about recycling pickup. It has been inconsistent. And let me be straight up with you. The fact is, we don't have enough staff to do it on time. A couple of years ago, in the budget, the councils at that time cut funding for litter pickup and recycling. And I know Ed Beatty will be glad to hear that. I mean, the fact is that we have to make sure that that this is, we have to fund the things that are important to us. So the point is, if we are, Deborah, I'm sorry you're leaving, but a lot of people are coming here. I moved here. I love Savannah. So sorry you're leaving, Deborah, and hope you're happy wherever you go. Anyway, good to see you, Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan. always doing great things in the community. Um, Iron Bull, if you could inbox me that. I did not see it. If you want to send it now, I did not see it. So I'm sorry, but you know, Deborah, you'll find that every community, every place you go has a different issue. Our issues are not their issues, and their issues are not our issues. Go where you feel happy. So, we hope that you're blessed. As well, Carol Hammock Williamson is here with us. Yeah, I'm glad that you're here. But L. Griffin Kennedy, the fact is that we have to fund our priorities. And so if we expect, we promise you that that we're going to pick up trash on time, we have to have the staff. And we have to fund the staff for that. So at least good to see you. It's okay if you're enjoying the weather. Jacqueline, your nephew's in the hospital, intensive care. Let's pray for Jacqueline as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a care over here by your name as well. We want to show you some love, Jacqueline, for your nephew having COVID in the hospital. Now, I've been to a bunch of funerals. I think it was 4 2 weeks ago. It was 3 last week, and I have 3 tomorrow. Certainly COVID has been a part of a lot of this. Y'all, and I was talking with some folks today. They're just telling me they're not getting vaccinated. They're not going to get vaccinated. And I respect their ability to disagree. But why would you put your children in that situation? Tomorrow, our community is burying a mother and a daughter. We have buried husbands and wives. We have buried mothers and or fathers who are leaving children behind. We are burying a 40-year-old due to COVID. We're burying a 53-year-old tomorrow because of COVID. All I'm saying to you is, why would you want to risk? Why would you want to put yourself in that situation that you will put yourself in that risk category? We know very clearly that if you're vaccinated, you have a couple of things. A, you're less likely to get sick. 2, if you get sick, you're less likely to be hospitalized. And 3, you're less likely to die. You might as well jump off City Hall dome because you're taking that type of risk. And then we're wondering why our children are going to school and they're getting sick. I'm just saying. We got to do better. Christiana, thank you very much. Yeah, it was a good meeting for us. 65 minutes, not much problem. So, Andrea, I'm not sure we would need a mass vaccination site for the Pfizer booster. I do not know. We will be discussing that because we're not sure whether there would be the need to do that. We might be able to take that with the regular providers. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. Jerry lost one of her cousins to COVID. He was unvaccinated. That's what I'm saying. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? If you're not going to get vaccinated for yourself, then what about your children or your grandchildren? You might, I don't pray this on anybody, but you might as well go ahead and write your will out so we can know if you get sick what your medical wishes are. And make sure you have some insurance in case they have to keep you in the hospital for a long time. And Linda Wilder Bryan is absolutely correct. The Black Lives Matter, the Black Votes Matter, partnered with Apollo Pharmacy, and you know, and with Alderwoman Wilder Bryan. I mean, come on, y'all. Julia, thank you for joining us. Glad to have you with us. I mean, we gotta make grown-up decisions. We've been being vaccinated forever. I spoke to a woman today, and she told me, and I asked her straight up. She had a bunch of kids, a bunch of grandkids, and she said that she wasn't getting vaccinated. She just wasn't. And I'm like, why? Well, because because they did it too fast. I take my vitamins. And so I started laughing. She said, why are you laughing? I said, because the vitamins are not FDA approved either. All those supplements you're taking, you don't know what's in those supplements. Honorable says both her godsons being bullied at their school at Gadsden. Yeah, you're gonna have to inbox me because that's a school board issue. I can't do anything about it, but I can refer you to somebody to help. We gotta decide what we want. I told you, I don't like shots either. I was apprehensive also, but at the end of the day, I want to live. And if you want to look, the cost is just too great. So if you want to do that, then do us all a favor, do your family a favor. Go ahead and write your last will and testament. Write your power of attorney. Write your living will. And then set your estate up so that the people who love you will know what to do with you. And this is real talk. Real talk. And make sure you have insurance. Make sure. Because I'm hearing that it takes about $30,000 to be able to take care of you if you get sick. And as a matter of fact, if you choose not to get vaccinated and you get sick, don't go to the hospital. Because if you didn't care enough to be vaccinated, why would you put medical folks in danger by dealing with you? If you choose not to be vaccinated, then maybe you should choose not to be taken care of. Now, I'm not talking about those that have medical reasons not to be vaccinated or some religious exemption not to be vaccinated. I don't know of any of the major religions, none of them, that have prohibitions on being vaccinated. But to me, if you choose not to be vaccinated, then what you're saying is that as an adult, I am making a conscious decision to risk this, which is fine if that's what you want to do. You're an adult. But should you get sick, don't let your choice affect a nurse, a doctor, a technician, a custodian, a therapist from dealing with you because you made the choice not to be vaccinated. We know here in this community over 90% of those that are hospitalized are not vaccinated. And over 95% of those who have died are not vaccinated. So I'm just saying, keep it real. You want to be grown, then be grown. But don't put other people in danger because you want to make decisions that affect you. I'm just saying. So you might have the constitutional right not to be vaccinated, but other folks have the constitutional right not to be adversely affected by the decisions that you make. Don't take up a hospital bed. Don't let those resources, don't let those ventilators, don't let them be used on you, because what you are saying is that your choice means that you're willing to accept the consequences of your choice. Again, I hate needles. Anybody who knows me know I hate needles. I've been tased and all of that. I will do that before taking a shot. But I took the shots because I was trying to live. And I did not want anyone to be adversely affected or negatively impacted by the decisions that I made. I didn't want nobody to get sick because of me. I'm a mayor of a city. I'm often around people. I have a staff and a team that are wonderful individuals. And I don't want them to get sick, because you know what? They're mothers and they're fathers as well. And I want them to be able to go home and be safe. So, my decision was not just about me, but my decision was because I cared about them. I'm saying your decision could be about you, but your decision also affects other people because you're all up in our face. And if you don't, you're affecting other people's lives, because people are risking their lives to help take care of you. So I say this, and I've said it in love. I'm not saying this to disparage anybody or make fun of anybody or to disrespect anybody. I'm not saying this to impugn anyone, but I am saying it because we have to introduce the elephant in the room. We can't get to where we need to be if you don't get vaccinated. You. I'm not talking to anybody else. The other 200 people in this room right now, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you, Mr. Unvaccinated or Miss Unvaccinated, or the ones who don't speak, but I know you're watching. I know you're watching. To the haters, if you don't care about me, that's fine. If you think I'm doing a horrible job, that's fine too. But because I care about you, regardless of how you feel about me, I want you to be vaccinated. Because I want you to live a long, fruitful life so that you can keep on hating me. I need you. I need you. Because you motivate me. You make me get up and grind harder every single day. I need you because you help me to continue to pray for you. I need you. Haters, be vaccinated. I need you around. I gotta have you. I gotta have you. I need you. Be vaccinated. So, I'm just saying, I need you to be okay. I would not wish the pain of death from this virus on anyone. Tomorrow, we bury a 40-year-old. Tomorrow, we bury a 53-year-old. Tomorrow, we bury a mother and a daughter. None of them over 55 years old. They should be living the best part of their lives, but they are not. Their journey on this side is over. And I'm just saying, I just want you to be okay. I want our community to be okay. And so I need you to go ahead and do it. Eventually, it will get to the point where people will be mandated. I believe that they'll be mandated to do it. But how many more people have to die before we get to that point? And you know what? I don't want it to be me, because I got too much living to do, too much stuff I want to do, too many places I want to see. I got some goals and some dreams I'm trying to achieve. There's some people I need to hang out with, and I want to make that happen. And so that's why I wear my mask. And that's why I wash my hands. And that's why I watch my distance. And that's why I got vaccinated. And that's why Savannah is not hosting large events for the month of October. And I know that people may have not really been very happy with that. But we know that our vaccination numbers are not where they need to be yet. And so I know that my friends over at Visit Savannah have not been very happy, but they've been great partners because they understand at the end of the day, people can't come to visit Savannah if there's nobody alive in Savannah. People come visit us because people live here. They live here every day. They come to see what we're all about. They see what we're doing. And we know that we have to protect those who are working, those that are serving, those that are providing excellent customer service. These are our children, our parents, and our aunts and uncles and our friends that are working in stores, and they're working because they have to work. They have to put food on their table. And so, we had to shut down some of these events. And so, that's where we are. We want you to get vaccinated. We need you to be all right. Okay? We want you to get to your next tomorrow. We want you to be around when we reach week 150. We know that healthy people build healthy economies because they build healthy businesses. Renee, will you come into the Publix Savannah half marathon? I mean, I hated to not issue a permit for that. I hated it because the Publix Savannah half marathon is a wonderful event for a great cause. We love them. But we just could not. And the thing is that it wasn't about the runners. We knew the runners would be safe because they had a wonderful safety plan to take care of the runners. The problem was everybody else who comes with the runners. I mean, next month we have next month, November is a rock and roll marathon, and we'll soon be making a decision about whether we will have the rock and roll marathon. I'm hoping we do. But the fact is, we have to make sure that our city is safe. We have to make sure our numbers are safe. We have to make sure folks are getting vaccinated. I'm tired of going to funerals, y'all. I really have other things I could be doing on a Saturday, like laying in bed and watching Cheaters all morning long, and then watching Good Times all afternoon long, and then watching Sanford and Son all evening long. To me, so Renee, you were coming here? Oh man, Renee, were you coming here already? I mean, I didn't know you were coming here, but that's me. I mean, that's my Saturday. You know, you wake up, you go back to sleep, you wake up, and then Cheaters is on, and you watch Cheaters. I mean, that's a guilty pleasure. I just sit there and watch it, and then I turn around, I watch Good Times, even though I've seen every episode, and then I watch Sanford and Son because I watch every episode, and then at 10 o'clock I watch Star Trek, and I go to sleep. Dana, events over 500 people are canceled for October. Over 500. We'll do less than 500 provided that they have a safety plan. And Linda Wilder Bryan, I love you too, and I appreciate you. Older woman Linda Wilder Bryan has the biggest heart, you know, as well. She has the biggest heart. Wait, Renee, when's your wedding? Wait a minute. Oh, you gonna run on your wedding weekend? For real? Wait a minute. Hold on a minute now. Renee, you were going to get married and then do the run? You got to tell. I'm gonna hang on for this one because I hope, Renee, that you were going to do that. Barry said I need to watch Luke Cage on Netflix. I need to not be cheap and pay for it. So I'm hey, good to see Mayor Clementine Washington. She's just awesome up there in Midway. Patricia Richardson is on. I want to thank Patricia because if you notice the better sound and a different look, all that is because of Patricia Richardson. So I want to thank her for hooking me up. Charles asked about the fair that is coming. The fair is I think it's in unincorporated Chatham County, I believe. I don't think it's in the city of Savannah. It's out there at 20495. I'm not going to the fair. I'm just not going to the fair. Although, I mean, it's an outside event, but I'm not going to the fair. So, Renee, Renee, you're going to get married and then you're going to run a marathon, and you're going to run a marathon and then you're going to get married. And, I mean, was your husband cool with that? Because we don't want you to run and be tired to get married. I mean, you know, I just wanted to know what was going on. Audrey says it's her bedtime, and Glenda and Pat are up showing love to each other, and Sarah is showing love to Linda as well, and I'm showing love to Linda as well. You know, but come on, y'all, we got to work this. And thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate you so much as well. I just want Renee to answer that question for me. I just need to know whether she was going to be running and then, you know, get married or, okay. All right, her run crew makes wedding weekend into runcations. Oh. Okay, well, now they're just going to come and hang out for your wedding. I can't wait. The first time I'm going to meet Renee is when I marry her and her husband. So that's going to be really, really cool as well. Reverend Tillman wants to know what percentage of vaccinated people do we need to have in Savannah to possibly keep events from being canceled. Well, we're hoping for 70%, but I think the main issue is our infection rate going down. So we've gone down almost half, but we're still dangerously high. We're probably 6-7 times the 100 in the community transmission index. So that's what's going on. So Renee says he was walking the 5K and you were running the 5K. I would have walked with him. And yes, George said, I love my special events department. And I am glad Pete is a testimony as well, because Pete was sick. I'm glad my brother is doing better, and I come by to see you. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to meet Renee, and when I meet her, I will be marrying her. And and that's going to be really cool. And so I'm going to say, Renee, do you promise to love, honor, and obey, and watch Friday Night Date Night for as long as you shall live? That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. So, Wanda, I appreciate you as well. Thank you. Yeah, well, Barry, it is both. And Lori's great parents. They are 88 and 89 years old. You would not know it, but we love Mr. and Mrs. Jones. So we're going to send some big love out to Renee. We'll have to get a wedding picture to put out there for her Friday night date night family. Renee is an official Savanian as well. So I'm hoping we can get there. I'm confident that we can get there. We just have to be able to get people vaccinated. And so Lori says her parents are 88, 89, and they required all of them to be vaccinated. Always good to see Sabria Scott on with Scott Realty. That's my girl right there. Pete was in the hospital for 131 days and 64 days on the ventilator. And I'm telling you, because people have been in the hospital less time than Pete and have died. And so I am just, so happy for my friend Pete. 131 days in the hospital, 64 days on the vent. And now he is vaccinated. He wasn't vaccinated before. He's vaccinated now, and his family is. But I'm glad. And Pete is a wonderful business owner here. You ever get a chance to go to the UPS store on Bryan Street, that's my UPS store. They have great service over there. So just wanted to let you know. And Ivy, I don't know what happened to your top fan badge. It's probably because you're not nice to me. That's probably why. My parents are in the 70s, and I wanted to also make sure we had that together. So good to see Tabitha Murphy Odell with us. Thank you. And Charles, you're right. So many people have died of gun violence, but more people have died of COVID. So we have to balance our efforts. You know what? Good. Let's see. Everybody's sending out love to Pete as well. Good to see my brother Mike Lepper on. Good to see you, Mike. Mike got his hair cut, and Mike was looking good, man. So it's a pleasure to see you, Mike, on. Thank you so much for joining you as well. Selma, we've had Pastor Ricky on about 2 weeks ago. So if you look at Monday Motivation, we had Pastor Rick on already. So Sunshine Tammy, good to see you as well. And Barry has cerebral palsy and used a wheelchair. He got COVID. Luckily, he did not pass away. But I know how lucky I am because you can develop pneumonia easy when you're sitting down. Barry, I'm glad that you're okay too. So I'm happy for you, Barry. We need you to be okay, Barry. So we're happy and we're thankful that you're okay. So to all of you, we're blessed with wisdom. Our best days are ahead of us, but we have to get there. The bridge to get there is called vaccination. It's the vaccination bridge. It is the bridge to get us from where we are to where we want to be. There would be no Friday Night Live if there was not a pandemic. And I'm looking forward to the day, and we have been talking about it. Matter of fact, we talked about it the other day, our little crew that went to hang out, Judy and Deidre, who's a first-time listener, and Andrea. We talked about it, and we want to do it at the Crystal Bear Parlor, and we think we're just going to require vaccinations for you to even show up. You can't come if you're not vaccinated. So although we love you, we love y'all, you can't show up if you're not vaccinated. You can't show up to Friday Night Date Night. You can watch it at home while you quarantine, but if you have to have your Rebecca. We came out there last week, Rebecca, and you weren't there. I came to get my hat, and you weren't there. So I'm just saying. Katrina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But Andrea and Judy, and they'll tell you. And Deidre could tell you. We came and we sat outside and we had the best food and the best fun. And even better, they paid for it. I was going to pay, but Judy paid for it. So, I said it 3 times. I said, no, Judy, you don't have to do it. She said, I'll pay for it. I said, no, Judy, you don't have to do it. She said, I said, Judy, you don't have to do it. Deidre said, well, we're going to pay for it. I said, well, then y'all go ahead and pay for it. All right. So, I tried. I had money, but since you did it, we're going to look forward to it. So we're going to put that together. Maybe I'll put a committee together to get some folks together, and maybe they can help us to plan it. And Glenda, you're going to have to be on a committee, and hopefully maybe even Lori Jones Lewis will make a special appearance in town for it, and maybe we can get her to sing for us, and Linda Wilder Bryan to be there, and maybe we can get Renee and her husband to come as well, her new husband, and so we could all just be together. We're going to have Pastor Tillman to be there. We can get Pastor Tillman to pray for us before we eat our food. And Rebecca, the food is going to be good. So, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of love. And then maybe Laura will come out of hiding and come down to Savannah. Kathleen says she'll be there with her vaccination card. So Glenda, I'm gonna put you on the planning committee, and what we'll do is, we'll have it outside, and then we'll have a screen, and I'll do the Friday Night Live on the screen, so that you will be able to see what's going on. Maybe Ivy will decide to come into town. She comes into town for 15 minutes and leaves. So maybe she'll come into town for a minute. Patricia's going to be there. So it's going to be a great time. Patricia is going to be there. Patricia Richardson will be there. So that's cool too. So I'm looking forward to it. So Georgia says she's coming. So that's good. So ladies and gentlemen, maybe Josette might show up. Gwen Marie says that'll be awesome, so she'll have her card and she'll be there. But again, I want to, Barbara says that sounds awesome. And maybe Terry Mobley will come. Sheila says she's coming. So I'm going to let you know. I'm going to give you at least like 2 to 3 weeks in advance. And we're all going to be together. Maybe we'll do it in late October, beginning of November. Sharon Akins is going to come, and she's going to do the reading. She's going to come and read somebody, so we'll have her come. We'll just give her the mic, and we'll just give her 5 minutes to do the reading. So we'll go ahead and do that. Again, I just appreciate you. Appreciate all of you, and appreciate you just being a part of the village, whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. The fact is we got to have Dr. Bertice Berry. We got to have Dr. Bertice Berry. And maybe she could bring some books. Elizabeth, good to see you. But we're going to have a great time, and, we'll all be vaccinated and we'll be masked unless we're eating. Iron Bull Taurus is going to have the security, and they will not get there. They will not get in unless they go through Iron Bull. Good to see Olga on. She was living the life, and so we're looking forward to Loto being in the house as well. And Pete, thank you so much, and to all of you. It's going to be a great time. We'll ask Pastor Rick to come out. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Thank you all for what you mean to me. Thank you all so much. You don't have to spend your Fridays with me, but you've done that. Good to see you, Richard. And you have done it. We are on week number 79. 79. This is week 79. I might try to come out there. I might try to go out there and eat maybe sometime this weekend. 79 weeks, 554 days. We've been doing this, and we have made it through because we've made it through together. And if we can get through 79 weeks together, we can get through 79 more weeks. But we only get through it if we get through it together. Me, you, and me. God bless you all. Have an excellent week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. And remember, you are Savannah Strong. Thank you so much.